Hello, it's your boy J4Peece back with another video, and today we're going to be looking at the top 10 best and most strongest skills in the entire game. The characters with the most crazy skills, the ones that annoy you a lot, you know what I'm saying? But before we get into it, please like, share, subscribe, turn on notifications for more content. And yeah, bro, and if you guys want to join my Discord, link in the description. And guys, don't be afraid to share your opinions. You can share your own top 10 most devastating skills in the entire game for yourself. You know what I'm saying? This is just my opinion, and yeah. Anyway, let's not waste any time. Let's get into it. Number 10, yes, and it is Perospero. And in my opinion, both of his skills are very powerful. So basically what Perospero can do is that he can afflict you with candy, with the candy maiden or the candy slug or whatever, right? And it turns you into candy, so you're basically like you're literally stuck, right? And once you get stuck in that candy, I'm sorry, but there's no hope for you. There is no hope for you. You're done, fams. Okay, just say rest in peace to your character. You got caught, fams, right? Because once he gets that, right, he gains HP while he inflicts you with the candy, plus the amount of damage he does to you, right? Then he uses the candy maiden, which is basically some like big gold golem or whatever it is, and it automatically takes 50% of your HP. Literally, it automatically takes 50% of your HP, which is insane once it hits you. Plus, you can attack the opponent as well with your normal attacks. You know what I'm saying? You can attack the opponent so you can give them even more damage while you're stuck in the candy maiden. Not to mention that your other teammates could also give you damage as well. So he's just very devastating. The only reason why he's only at number 10 for me personally is because there's characters out there that can nullify status effect, which can sometimes render him very useless, sadly. But he's very, very powerful, and he's definitely has to be on this top 10 list of one of the most devastating skills in the entire game. Number 9, Jack. Yes, in particular the skill 1. Yes, I think a lot of us have been hit with this skill 1 before. This skill is guaranteed to take at least majority of your HP, if not kill you. Anybody that's used gear 5, if your defense is low and you get hit by the skill, you're getting KO'd. 100%, you're getting KO'd. This just has to be one of the most devastating skills in the entire game. Every time you get hit by this skill, my HP is always getting depleted. It's crazy. Plus it gives you HP as well. One of the strongest skills in the entire game. Anybody that's seen this skill, it's unbelievable. It's just devastating. Yes, sir. At number 8, Shanks' red-haired onslaught. Yes, I know some of you, it might be controversial. I know, I know it might be controversial. I know you'd be like, yo, hey, but hey, Fairmount Shanks' red-haired onslaught is very powerful. I can make a case for the other skill as well, because that skill is very devastating as well. But this skill can teleport across. It can teleport and attack an opponent. He basically teleports and slices his opponent. It's one of the most devastating skill moves, especially when you're in your hockey state. Okay, when you're in your hockey state, that's when you get the full-fledged power of it, because you're able to cut people's HP down by a piece. I forgot how you call it. Oh man, I forgot. It's not on the top of my head. Please forgive me. But when he's in his red hair hockey state, when he moves towards a longer range and attacks with a knockback effect, yeah, of course. Damage dealt, disregard damage reduction, of course, and a set period of time. Yes, exactly. So it ignores damage reduction. This attack, especially when he's in the hockey state. And if it's just a normal state, he just knocks back his opponent. But this ability has the ability to one-shot you, like literally. So, hey. Yes, at number 7, Ulti Mortar. Yes, I know, Ulti herself. Yes, the rage beast. Yeah, you might find this controversial, but in my opinion, I think this is one of the most underrated and most devastating skills in the entire game. She's her one of her skills is really good. Apparently she's in a banner right now. I think she's in a banner right now if I'm not mistaken. So if you guys really want her, you can get her as well. She's one of the best attackers in the entire game right now, in my personal opinion. She's really devastating. This skill in particular is so devastating. It gives you a lot of HP, but when you hit it, it's like a multi-area attack. It's a mid-range multi-hit area. So it's like anybody that's caught in it, you could get fucked. Okay, pause. Okay, but you could get effed. Okay, and especially she does more damage to attackers as well. So any attacker that gets caught with this skill is particularly too, ooh, have mercy. And she can one-shot Shanks too, huh? She can one-shot Shanks with this skill in particular. So very devastating, and a lot of other attackers as well. Number 6, killer, Scyther Sonic. Yes, sir. Scyther Sonic is really powerful. This killer, I think he's one of the most underrated bounty festivals and one of the most underrated characters right now to use in the meta. He's really good, but it's this move, in my opinion, is what makes him very devastating. Besides, well, skill 1 is very good because it blocks you from capturing the treasure, but this skill in particular, it goes through obstacles, but it gives you a lot of crit. It gives you a lot of crit, right? But when you hit this skill, it's kind of hard to hit the skill a bit because it's like a straight line. But once you hit this shit, bro, oh my god, bro, you're one-shotting opponents, bro. You're one-shotting literally because you're giving crit hits and whatever. So you gain HP, but when you hit this skill, it's so satisfying. I promise you, it's satisfying. I've one-shotted Film Edge Shanks. I've one-shotted Zoro. I've one-shotted Gear 5 Luffy. It's devastating, bro. Like, listen, I've one-shotted a lot of characters. It's unbelievable. I promise you, especially if you give him maximum at full power, because I have him at level 100. He's unbelievable, bro. I think he's just one of the most underrated skills and one of the most underrated characters in the entire game of itself, in my opinion. He's like the Dressrosa Zoro of the meta. If you guys knew how good, powerful Dressrosa Zoro was back in the day, this is how killer is right now. He's really devastating, in my opinion. Yes, and I'm gonna start off with honorable mentions because I gotta add a lot more characters to this because there's a lot of characters with great skills, and so this is before we get to the top 5. So the first honorable mention is Zoro's Ashura 9 Blades. You know what I'm saying? It's a very powerful move, and the only reason why it's not on the top 10, it's like, because a lot of the time, you can't even use it to its full potential because a lot of characters are moving. There's a lot of players that are moving. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes there's players that can't hit his Ashura itself because when you hit the Ashura, he's able to color change into the opponent's weak color. So if you will be stronger than them type shit, but whatever. You can't really fully hit everybody with this skill, sadly. Because you can't hit them to their full, you can't hit it to its full potential, if you get what I mean. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, that's the only reason why it's not in the top 10. But but when you hit it, it's very devastating. The next honorable mention, Elizabeth's King Punch. Now the thing is, the only reason why he's not in the top 10, because first of all, his move can one-shot anybody in the entire game, literally. But the only reason why is that you have to use this skill to get the King Punch. And the only way you could do that, if you want to get the King Punch as fast as possible, you have to give him good medals. And I know a lot of players, they don't have a lot of good medals, especially a lot of skill 1 cooldown medals. They don't have really good sets for that. So that could kind of be a weakness. But once you get the King Punch, oh my goodness, you have the ability to one-shot, bro. Literally, he has the most. This is the skill that has the most damage in the entire game. And if he had a higher, let's say if you had a higher cooldown or whatever on your medals or whatever, this is arguably the best skill in the entire game. Like arguably type shit. But the only thing is, it's like, a lot of players don't have don't have that privilege of having all those medals and everything. You know what I'm saying? So that I'm also taking that into consideration as well. Another two is Sanji and Roger. Sanji, both of his skills are very devastating. For his skills to be more devastating, especially Infant Jambe, is you have to well, no, you don't have to buff him, but it's like there's sometimes you can literally get one shotted before you even hit your skill. Sometimes it's funny, but his Ifra Jambe, I could easily put this in the top 10. I could easily put this in the top 10, but I feel like there's just more skills that are just more devastating. This skill could literally take a majority of your health, half of your health, and even one shot you. So yeah, but I think there's just more skills that are just stronger in my personal opinion, but that's just my opinion. And you have Roger as well, Divine Departure particularly, but you have to use it over a set of time, and yeah. Yes, and the last honorable mention will be Kaido. Kaido is definitely, his skill in particular, Entertain Me, one of the most strongest skills in the entire game. Has the ability to one shot as well, but sometimes against fully stacked defense, like any character that's like fully like has their defense stacked, so you'll be able to tank it. A lot of the times you'll be able to tank this skill, but it's very devastating as well. It's an invisible skill and it's very powerful. Yes, and at number 5, Claws, Punk, Vice, particularly when you're using Kid. Now, I do like Puncher Willy. It's a really devastating skill as well. I could put it in the honorable mentions as well. But this skill in particular is one of the most devastating moves. It disregards defense, ignores defense, and it's arguably one of the strongest skills in the entire game, in my opinion. When you use it, you literally have the ability to one-shot your opponent, like with this skill, and it's such a it's so devastating. It's such a fun move to use. It's so satisfying. You're just hearing the crushing, the boom, like beautiful, and you see the KO, like, oh my goodness, bro, this skill is it's such a great skill, and yeah, man. Yes, and at number 4, Shanks's Griffin Slash. This move is very, very, very powerful. I don't care what anybody has to say. This move is definitely in a top 5 list. This move in particular, when you get hit by it, your damage is at least getting 50% or a KO. Like, if you get hit by this attack, your damage, the damage on you is just ridiculous. It's like, fuck. Every time he uses it, fuck. You understand? That's all you have to say. Fuck. Okay? You understand, fams? I'm just letting you know. When you get hit by this, it's tough. It's just tough. Yes, and at number 3, yes, I have to put EX Luffy in here. Yes, the GOAT himself, and in particular, mostly the Bounce Man. Now, in particular, mostly geared for King Kong Gun. When you use King Kong Gun, this is the definition of one shot, bro. One shotting, bro. Especially, but I'm not talking about you're on team boost and then you get able to one shot your. No, I'm talking about you have the ability to one shot, bro. And if you don't one shot, you tremor your opponent. Okay? Even if you don't tremor your opponent, you literally take away majority of their health, right? But even if you don't take away their health or whatever, and they're not immune to status effect or whatever, you tremor them, and then you go into the Kong organ. You take away, you destroy them. You ignore their defense. You literally ignore their defense and everything. It's devastating. Yes, number 2, King. Yes, the new King. I'd say both of his attacks are devastating. Both of his attacks are just destructible. I don't know which one's the best. I probably have to go for the skill 2. The skill 2 has the range. It's unbelievable. When you hit it, one shot, and if not, you take at least majority of the kill. And not just that too. If you're not immune to status effect, you're getting aflamed. Yes, this is just, His moves are destructible, bro. And in this move, it can literally teleport to your opponent. Boom, you're done. Done things. Yes, and number 1, Gear 5 Luffy. Yes. Now, I could say the Gum Gum Lightning. I could say whatever. But in my opinion, it's Gum Gum Bajon Gun. Yes, Bajon Gun is the strongest move in my opinion. Ignores defense, has the widest range. It's able to go through obstacles. It's unbelievable. Like, and it's so big as well. Pause. Okay, but it's really big. It's unbelievable, bro. The impact of the punch itself is unbelievable. It literally leaves like a extra shock wave. It's so devastating. And yeah, man, that's my pick for the top 10 strongest strongest skills. What's your opinion? What's your list? Please let me know down below. And yeah, man. Anyway, thank you guys for watching the video. Stay blessed and peace.